I kept pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. You know, just another week, I'll take it. No. I set my date. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it on this Monday and we're going to get it out the way. And that'll just help you just focus. What's up, y'all? My name is Alexis. If you're new, welcome to my channel, and if you're old, welcome back. Welcome to the Tweety Gang. So I know I told y'all that I was gonna start posting consistently every single week, yada yada yada, and your girl went MIA for like 2 weeks. I know. And if y'all reading the title, of course I know y'all did, y'all would know that your girl took her written exam for cosmetology and I passed. Like, what? Like, y'all, I'm so happy to be done with it. The only thing I have to do now is take my practical and your girl will be officially a cosmetologist. So by that being said, no, I didn't lie to y'all. I just had to actually crack down and like study for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, that's why I've been gone. But y'all will really start seeing videos from me from here on out, like once a week. I'll pretty much be posting out. So yeah, but if y'all are interested on how I passed on the first try, because we don't want to keep taking this test over and over and over and over. If you're from Alabama, it's $75 to take the written exam. We don't want to keep doing that. We want to pass it on the first try. Like, first try, one and done, get it over with. Nobody want to keep taking the test over and over and over again. So if y'all want to know how I passed it and honestly kind of cut down on my studying time too, I'm gonna give y'all some tips and tricks on that, because yeah, we want to be future cosmetologists. But if y'all are interested in this video, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl channel. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. First, I know I told y'all I was gonna give y'all some shortcuts to taking the test, but the truth of the matter is there's no getting around studying. Like, you have to study. There's no getting around it, unless you're just one of those type of people that can read something and remember it just like that. Most of us are not gifted like that. God he didn't gift me with that one, I'm sorry. So we have to study. I gave myself 3 months to study, and I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I study every single day for 5 hours. That's not, I'm sorry, I'm not one of those type of people that can just sit in one spot for like 5 hours, hell, even an hour and study. No ma'am. No ma'am. But I gave myself 3 months to kind of study on and off, pretty much like every single day. But the trick to cutting down on your time, y'all listening, come on a little bit closer so y'all can get this information. You gotta figure out what type of learner, studier you are. Like, that's it, that's all. I honestly wasted 2 months just sitting down in front of my handy dandy iPad and reading over Quizlet and knowing like that's never been me. I'm a cosmetologist for a reason. I am a visual learner. I'm a hands-on person. So me sitting in front of a freaking tablet or my textbook or just trying to write down notes, it did not work for me. And I knew it wasn't working for me, so I don't know why I just kept doing it. So let's just say 2 months pretty much gone down the drain. So yeah, I figured out, like I said, most cosmetologists, we are visual learners. So I got on YouTube and I YouTube a few people. I'll have their name in the screen because I can't remember right off the top of my mind, but I know two of them really helped me out a lot. And I want to say within those first 2 weeks, I soaked in so much information, like so much information. It stuck with me so clear besides sitting down and reading a tablet or a textbook. I'm one of those type of people, you have to break it down to me in the simplest form. Like, sorry, I'm not one of, you cannot throw a bunch of words at me. Sorry, you have to break it down in simplest form. And for those 3 ladies, they did that for me. So when I tell y'all, those first 2 weeks, like, I pretty much remembered a lot. So that's the thing, figuring out what type of learner you are is gonna cut down on your studying time. Like me, and waste 2 months. I wouldn't say that it was wasteful, because I feel like, okay, at least I used my time wisely, besides waiting last minute and trying to cram everything in. So honestly, it wasn't wasteful, but it's like, okay, have I took like those other 2 months and actually just watched YouTube videos, it would have been way more beneficial for me. So I want to help y'all out on that one. And also, don't cram at the last minute. Like, please don't do that, because I know so many people, they probably missed the test by 1 point, all because they studied like a day or 2 before the test. We don't want to do that. So I will say, at least give yourself 2 to 3 months to actually go in and study, because it is a lot of information that you have to retain in. Also, I feel like a lot of people waste a lot of time reading over, how can I say this? Can we say unnecessary chapters? Not saying that every single chapter is meaningful in some type of way in the textbook, but they're not going to test you on all of those chapters. Usually they'll probably break it, because you got to remember, I want to say it's like 4 or 5 forms of the test. So there's usually like 6 main chapters that you really need to go over. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it is 9 times out of 10, it will always be nail disease. A lot of that was on my test. I didn't get a lot of skin disease, but I know that is another major one. Usually nail disease and skin disease, anything scientific, please go over that. Another one was the nail structure, the hair structure, and the skin structure. They asked me a little bit about hair coloring, so I will definitely throw that one in there, and hair cutting. Now, they may throw a little bit of salon etiquette, maybe hairstyling, but those are, I would say, the major 7 things that you need to know. A lot of people will probably say like the anatomy. They didn't really ask me a lot about the muscular system or the skeletal system. I would say out of all the chapters, those are like the 7 or the 8 main chapters that you kind of want to crunch down on. Don't spend so much time going over chapters like waxing or makeup. They're not gonna really ask you anything about that, so yeah, don't waste your time going over it. Now, I will say I have bad test anxiety, but honestly, the test really isn't that hard. A lot of it was common sense, but child, I thought I heard something. Y'all, I'm so glad my boyfriend, he's about to go back to his regular shift and he'll be at home nighttime with me, because I don't like this. But anyway, dang, now I forgot what I was about to say.
A few inches later.
But another thing that I also want to talk about, and this kind of just helped me push myself into taking my test, I set a date. Like, I found myself just kept pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back, and I just had to tell myself, like, Alexis, there's never going to be a perfect time for you to take a test, because it's a test. Nobody want to take a test. I never heard anybody say like, gosh, I'm just so ready to take this test. Like, nobody want to take a test. So obviously the anxiety was there, so I kept pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. You know, just another week, I'll take it. No, I set my date. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it on this Monday, and we're gonna get it out the way, and that'll just help you just focused. It's like, okay, I only have this certain amount of time to just get in, really study, really write my notes down, you know, really go over videos, read my textbook. Like, that will be your motivation to really crack down and study. So yeah, set your date and don't be scared. I'm telling y'all, usually the thing is, and this is something that I noticed when I was taking my test, I took my time. Like, when I got up in there, and sorry if I'm all over the place, but when I went up in there, I took my time. I read through the question maybe 2 or 3 times. Like, literally look at the question, look at it, read it like 2 or 3 times, because sometimes they will like throw extra words in there to kind of mix you up. So make sure that you're actually reading that question 2 or 3 times and read every single answer. Even on the ones that I kind of stumbled upon, I'll read the question 3 times and then I'll read over the answers. And usually you can kind of weed out maybe 2 answers that you automatically know that's just not it. And then that'll kind of leave you with those 2. And don't second guess yourself as well. So let's just say if you have 2 answers that you weeded out because you know for a fact like that's not even it, and you have 2 answers that you're kind of pondering upon, like, oh, okay, maybe this may be it, maybe this may be it. Go with your first mind. Like, that has always been me in the past, second guessing myself, and then my first option was always right. So always go with your first thing that I would like to say is, if you are a student that's maybe in your last semester, go ahead and start studying. Like, just go ahead and do it. That'll at least, because then the semester is like what? And the semester is like a good 4 or 5 months. So that you will already be ahead of the game. Like, for me, I was ahead of the game because a lot of my students, a lot of my classmates, they weren't even studying at all. And I would ask them, like, are y'all studying already? They're like, no. So I was ahead of the game, honey. I was ahead of the game, okay? You want to be ahead of the game. So if you're in your last semester, go ahead and start studying, because between those 4 or 5 months, that's a lot of time. And like I said, you do not have to read over questions every single day. Do it like every other day or like 3 days out the week. You just literally read over it, or however your studying style may be, just simply read over it. Watch YouTube. You will be surprised like how much information you'll retain, and it'll just come to you easily. You don't have to sit down for like hours and hours and hours at a time. If y'all want to be completely honest, like, I cannot sit down in front of a tablet, whatever it is, even if it's me watching a YouTube video for like hours at a time. I can't do it. The most I'll sit down in front of a screen is like 30 minutes. That's all my damn mind can take. I'm sorry. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But that helped me because I know me as a person. Like, I would rather do like 30 minutes on studying and like take 10 minutes off and then get back into it. I'm not about to force myself to do something when I know it's not going to help for me. Am I making sense? I hope I'm really making sense to y'all. Like, I really hope I am. But basically, that's all I have to say for future cosmetologists. Like, you know, y'all got this. And the day of or the day before, don't start freaking out. I found myself freaking out like the day before, and I'm like, you know what, Alexis, chill out. You know, it's a test. If you pass it, you pass it. If you don't, you don't. It's not like if you flunk it, you got to go back to school again. Girl, you just have to pay $70, even though that sucks. But you can just take the test again. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But anyways, y'all, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I really hope I stayed on point and I was all over the place and I really made a lot of sense. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Good luck on your test, y'all. Y'all are gonna pass it on the first day. Be positive. You're gonna pass it on the first try. Like, on the first try, you're gonna pass it. But really hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if y'all did, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl channel. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Talk to y'all later.